Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Man United are preparing a one-year contract extension, and Arteta's thoughts on making Carrick's role permanent. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Man United preparing contract extension. Veteran goalkeeper Tom Heaton is poised to put pen to paper on a one-year contract extension at United. The 40-year-old has served as the club's third-choice shot-stopper since 2021, with his last competitive outing coming in February 2023. Heaton began his footballing journey in United's academy before enjoying productive spells elsewhere prior to returning to his boyhood club. He has also taken on a mentoring role for United's new number one Sen Lemons throughout this campaign. His decision to extend his stay at Old Trafford will prove a boost to United's Champions League squad, given his status as a homegrown player. UEFA regulations stipulate that every club must fulfill a quota of 8 association-trained players, including a minimum of 4 homegrown stars, in order to submit a full 25-man squad list. Heaton's presence in the dressing room does not merely offer peace of mind from a regulatory standpoint, but it also anchors the squad's mental fortitude in Europe's elite competition. At this seasoned stage of his career, Heaton knows proper well the sheer weight and pressure that comes with donning the Red Devils shirt. The club's brass view this extension as a shrewd short-term investment, with Heaton acting as an emotional bridge between the academy starlets and the coaching staff. His wealth of experience is expected to maintain the highest of standards on the training pitch, whilst ensuring United's defensive ranks remain rock-solid and well-prepared to navigate the grueling fixture list next term. Mikel Arteta's take on Michael Carrick's impending permanent appointment. British media outlets have confirmed that Manchester United have reached an agreement with Carrick over a 2-year contract, with the option of a further year. Initially, United were keen to announce Carrick's long-term deal last weekend. However, it now looks far more likely that the official announcement will be made sometime this week. Michael Carrick is determined to keep hold of the backroom staff he assembled when he initially took the reins earlier this year, with Steve Holland and Jonathan Woodgate serving as his top 2 assistants. Carrick is also keen to retain the services of former centre-half Johnny Evans and the former United under-21 coach, Travis Binion. At the end of the day, Manchester United may well have been left with very little choice, having been guided back into the Champions League during what has been a stellar tenure as interim boss. Michael Carrick is set to be handed the Red Devils job on a permanent basis. There is no denying that Carrick thoroughly deserves the nod. He has racked up 11 wins and 3 draws from his 16 matches at the helm so far, while successfully lifting the club from 6th to 3rd in the table since taking over the baton from Darren Fletcher in January, following the sacking of Ruben Amorim. He has even earned a nomination for the Premier League Manager of the Season award. Grinding out results has understandably been the top priority for the caretaker manager up until now, and fair play to him, he has secured the club's return to Europe's top table. However, the skeptics will argue that a fair few of the team's performances have looked a bit disjointed, with Carrick's side frequently relying on moments of individual brilliance or capitalizing on opposition errors. Speaking after the match against Nottingham Forest, Michael Carrick finally broke his silence regarding the speculation surrounding his future at Old Trafford. He dropped a heavy hint that absolute clarity on his continuation at the club would come to light in the coming days. Even so, Carrick insisted that his main focus at the time was keeping the lads focused on the pitch and getting the right result, whilst also singing the praises of several individual players who put in a shift. For Carrick, whatever news breaks down the line, the ultimate priority remains keeping the club's positive momentum going. Furthermore, Carrick warned that Manchester United still have a massive rebuild ahead of them and must keep kicking on if they want to mix it at the business end of the Premier League table. Whilst fully aware of the uphill battle ahead, he applauded the significant strides shown by the squad and the club as a whole this season to close out the campaign on a high note. Carrick also stressed that building a proper, cohesive side doesn't happen overnight. In his view, the closer a team gets to the summit, the tougher and more challenging the steps forward become. Yet, he sees that very struggle as the beautiful thing about football and competition itself, where the real test is how you achieve success, stay there, and constantly evaluate. Ultimately, he hopes the players, the squad, and everyone at the club can keep moving forward together in the right direction. Meanwhile, Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta was quizzed about Michael Carrick getting the permanent nod at Manchester United. Mikel Arteta views Manchester United's plan to make Michael Carrick's position permanent as a completely logical decision. According to Arteta, under Carrick's stewardship, the Red Devils' form has successfully got back on the right track. Carrick is credited with delivering some much-needed stability amidst a turbulent period for the club, implementing a tactical setup that appears distinct and well-directed. Arteta also added that the transition has had a positive impact on the dressing room, where the players now look far more composed whilst putting in much more effective displays on the pitch. Carrick's calm, measured approach has certainly proven to be a breath of fresh air for the Old Trafford faithful. After a dismal run of form previously, the recent string of positive results seems to be definitive proof that he is not just a stopgap manager, but the long-term answer for United's tactical resurgence. This moral support from a rival manager of Arteta's caliber only underlines that the Premier League battleground next season is going to be even more fiercely contested. With the confirmation of a new contract eagerly anticipated at Old Trafford, Carrick now shoulders massive expectations to not only maintain the team's stability, but also to map out a more mature tactical foundation to consistently challenge the dominance of the top-flight elite. Carrick has undoubtedly instilled belief and confidence, but he is now expected to kick on and implement clear, deep-rooted philosophies at Manchester United during a full pre-season with his squad. Barcelona still mulling over Marcus Rashford as Arsenal join the race. Manchester United are gearing up for a new era under the stewardship of Mikel Carrick. The 44-year-old tactician is widely seen as having sparked a massive turnaround, completely revolutionizing the team's performances during his tenure. As he edges closer to being appointed the Red Devils' permanent manager, Carrick is well aware that he must make a series of crucial decisions in the upcoming transfer window, including the future of Rashford. Marcus Rashford's future at Barcelona remains shrouded in uncertainty, despite the forward helping the club clinch the La Liga title this season. The Manchester United loanee is reportedly desperate to stay in Spain on a permanent basis. However, negotiations between the two European giants remain deadlocked due to financial disagreements. Throughout his loan spell away from Old Trafford, Rashford has been at the center of non-stop speculation. He has openly stated his intentions, making it clear that he only wants to continue his career with Barcelona. Nevertheless, his dream of a permanent move to the Catalan club is still held up by hesitation from the club's hierarchy regarding the contract structure. Rumors suggest that Rashford had actually agreed a 3-year deal in principle with Barcelona. However, the clauses in that agreement now have to be completely redrawn to smooth the way for his permanent transfer. The 28-year-old is prepared to make a massive sacrifice, including taking a significant pay cut, just to stay at the Camp Nou. Under the terms of the new proposal, Rashford's wages would reportedly be 40% lower than his current salary at Manchester United. For Rashford, renegotiating that 3-year deal is seen as the only realistic option to avoid a return to Manchester and ensure he can keep wearing the Blaugrana shirt. Sensing the predicament, the Barcelona board are weighing up another option deemed more financially viable. The club believes that extending the proposed contract length from 3 years to 5 would be the ideal solution. By offering a longer-term deal, Barcelona can navigate financial regulations by spreading the cost of Rashford's transfer fee over a longer period. On the pitch, Rashford's contribution has been undeniably impressive under Hansi Flick. Over the course of the season, he has racked up 14 goals and 14 assists in 44 appearances across all competitions. These statistics prove that Rashford played a vital role in helping Flick's side secure the La Liga crown. At present, Barcelona hold an option to make Rashford's move permanent for a fee of around £26 million. However, that figure has become the main stumbling block in current talks. Both clubs are reportedly locked in intense discussions, with no breakthrough in sight regarding the previously agreed valuation. Barcelona are said to be highly reluctant to meet the £26 million buyout clause given their current financial plight. The stalemate between Barcelona and Manchester United has started to alert other clubs. A surprise twist has emerged from the Premier League, where Arsenal are reportedly keeping a close eye on the situation and considering a swoop to bring Rashford to the Emirates Stadium this summer. Mikel Arteta reportedly views Rashford as a potentially brilliant addition to bolster the Gunners' attacking options. Rashford's versatility, being equally adept on the flank or leading the line, is seen as a perfect fit for Arsenal's dynamic style of play. For Arsenal, Manchester United's £26 million asking price poses no real financial headache compared to Barcelona's struggles. Nonetheless, Arsenal's pursuit will be far from straightforward, not least because they face the task of turning the player's head, given he has already fallen completely in love with life at the Spotify Camp Nou. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.